SafeMoon will explode next year. Huge crypto news. SafeMoon price is on an unmistakable downtrend with no relief in sight. SafeMoon is undoubtedly one of the ugliest and most bearish-looking charts in the whole cryptocurrency space. Aside from some value spikes and bogus rallies between August 18th and August 28th, there has been no time frame on the SafeMoon chart where one could consider it bullish. Hello guys, and welcome back to our crypto channel. Today, in this video, we'll be sharing the major updates from SafeMoon, Reddit posts that say how SafeMoon is going to change the world, and we'll explain the fundamental analysis of SafeMoon and how it will affect the future of SafeMoon. Stick with us until the end. Also, subscribe to our channel for more daily updates and exciting videos like this. Let's get started. Posted by user Anonegro, why SafeMoon will change the world. He writes, I believe I'm beginning to see what our CEO John implies when he says that SafeMoon will have massive international implications. John might not have a lot of technology or business experience, yet he's well knowledgeable in geopolitics. We are basically a financial, telecommunications and energy organization. Coordinating these three sectors with blockchain technology will overturn the current world order. The likely financial effect of SafeMoon and crypto overall ought to be clear at this point. While stronger nations like the US and China fear cryptocurrencies, a large portion of the world is presumably watching El Salvador closely to check whether Bitcoin helps them, particularly helpless African countries that are harmed most by the US petrodollar global economy. The global financial system is nearly collapsing, and taking on cryptos like SafeMoon will be the only solution that works. On the off chance that SafeMoon can sort out some way to make a productive energy grid, those sudden spikes in demand for blockchain will likewise be a game changer for African countries. Most African nations are resource-rich, however come up short on the modern infrastructure to refine and utilize their resources effectively. For instance, Nigeria has tons of oil and gas, however they need to send it out to get it refined and then import it to utilize it. Subsequently, most African nations don't have the energy they need to modernize and develop their economies. What exacerbates the situation is that the West needs to force fossil fuels restrictions on the remainder of the world. I could compose a book on how deceptive this is, nevertheless I won't here. In any case, the silver lining is that renewable energy sources will have a hardly more prominent effect in Africa on the grounds that the greater part of those nations are as of now starving for energy. Renewable energy will be more viable in a more modest nation like the Gambia. Pushing renewable energy adoption will be incredible for climate change reduction, and SafeMoon will profit from the entire great PR that accompanies it. It likewise will diminish reliance on gas and oil, which thus debilitates the petrodollar. We are effectively fighting the petrodollar on two fronts. The fuel of the 20th century was oil. Countries that had the option to secure the most fossil fuels won the modern age. Those that couldn't utilize energy effectively or didn't approach energy lost. The fuel of the 21st century will be data. Present-day economies need quick, secure telecommunication networks that are effectively open to however many individuals and companies as could reasonably be expected. With the Internet of Things on the horizon, there will be exponentially more devices connected to the web. The job of IoT-centered blockchains like SafeMoon will be to keep data secure while making its utilization more proficient. Utilizing IoT innovations will help helpless nations leapfrog a significant number of the present most extravagant nations like the US that actually runs on a largely 20th century infrastructure. I trust all of you to see what's coming. I used to say we are more than a meme coin, yet presently we're more than a crypto. The majority of us here are connected with how much money we'll make, and that is something worth being thankful for. However, presently I'm really eager to see how much SafeMoon disrupts the world. Basically, he's trying to say SafeMoon has a lot of potential in it, and it is currently seeing a lot of FUD, but we should not forget that SafeMoon was launched in March 2021. It is 7 months old and currently has a lot of obstacles and barriers in the road. So it is a long-term prospect, and holders who wish to see gains and huge benefits on the long-term perspective should hold on to SafeMoon. Price prediction. As SafeMoon is so new to the crypto market, our SafeMoon stock forecast is extremely speculative. In any case, there are some essential pieces of information that we can take care of into our analysis to show up at logical predictions. Considering that, we should investigate our SafeMoon prediction 2021 for the impending months. 3 months. It is still relatively hard to invest in SafeMoon, so getting liquidity at greater expenses is still an issue. That being said, we estimate that SafeMoon could head towards the $0.00000500 region throughout the following 3 months. Start of 2022. If the SafeMoon developers make consistent with their promises, it'll likely increase the hype surrounding this altcoin. This could push SafeMoon into the $0.000000600 region by the start of 2022. SafeMoon price forecast. The decision to buy cryptocurrency should always have a long-term standpoint, as crypto prices can be especially volatile. SafeMoon is the same, as in its short lifespan, the price has of now shown significant price swings. To improve the sense of SafeMoon's standpoint, how about we investigate the technical and fundamental factors that could shape price later on? Technical analysis. The first thing to note is that SafeMoon is not at present listed on any significant cryptocurrency exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. Because of this, the measure of liquidity is relatively low, implying that technical analysis isn't as exact as digital coins with high liquidity. The low liquidity of SafeMoon means that huge buy orders will in general boost price significantly, which, thus, leads more individuals to buy into the hype. The SafeMoon price today is floating around the $0.0000014 level, so you can immediately see how cheap this coin is relative to others. Price is slowly turning bearish, with the last genuine spike happening in late August. As such, it's difficult to make any precise predictions about the token's future price in this SafeMoon forecast that are rooted in technical analysis. Nonetheless, as the price is essentially at the same level as it was in April, if you somehow manage to invest in SafeMoon taken for purely speculative reasons, then this level would be a reasonable area to buy at. There seems to be a minor support level around the area that the price is currently at, which provides an ideal spot to buy. Once more, because of the low liquidity and absence of exchanging volume, this support level may not hold, so it merits considering this risk prior to investing. It's great that you've stuck with us until now, so now we'll reveal the fundamental analysis for SafeMoon, from which we'll have a better understanding of how SafeMoon's future will be. Fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is another basic component when investing in cryptocurrency, as it can help to determine whether a coin is exaggerated or underestimated. Because of SafeMoon, the research conducted for SafeMoon price prediction tracked down that the coin's market cap was only $799 million, as indicated by data gathered from CoinMarketCap. This is extremely small for a cryptocurrency and means that SafeMoon isn't even in the main 200 largest cryptos in the world. Although this might seem like a negative, it really means that assuming the SafeMoon cryptocurrency were to display outrageous growth, any investments right currently would be at the ground level. At this moment, the attention surrounding SafeMoon is mostly negative, as numerous cryptocurrency market commentators are guaranteeing that the token has no genuine use but to make the development team and certain investors rich. Regardless of whether this were the case and SafeMoon coin was to increase in price significantly before an instant fall, it would still represent a wise investment for purely speculative investors. For instance, in case SafeMoon were to simply get back to the untouched high experienced on April 20th, then that would represent a mind-blowing 921% return from the present price. Do like this video. Also, subscribe and share to our crypto channel. Do let us know your thoughts, whether you are bullish or bearish on SafeMoon, in the comment section down below. Goodbye.